Hey Gemini, this is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope everybody had a good week. I hope you're going to have a good weekend. This is Gemini, your how's your money, how's your honey for July, August 2019. We do 3 for the money, 3 for the honey, 2 for overall energy, and 3 for guidance from the universe. A reminder, I do my cards straight up. 2 more shuffles, Gemini. 2 more shuffles. What's going on with y'all? Feel like some of y'all are being indecisive about what you want to do. Y'all got too many damn options. Okay. Yeah, okay. I see how that's going to go. Feels like y'all got too many options. Don't know which way to go. Got some good options too at that. Alright, Gemini, let's kick this out. So your overall energy. The Princess of Wands and the Death card. I promise you the Death card will make himself known. Yeah, y'all are seeking something. Y'all are seeking it tough. So let's see what we got with your money. 2 of coin. 10 of wands. Princess of cups. For your honey, 7 of swords, 2 of swords, and the 7 of coin. Okay. So, yeah, y'all are, your overall energy, the Princess of Wands, she's singing in a different key today. She's on some other shit. You're seeking something. You were searching for something that's your overall energy. You're seeking something. And I'm going to go ahead and call out the Death card now because it's already trying to tell me why. And in this process, this is your overall energy right here. You're seeking something. This is the energy. You're looking for something. You're looking for answers. You're trying to go back and look over shit and figure out why one thing worked. And this is almost like the Leo reading I just did. At any rate, Gemini, you're trying to make a change. You really are. You're trying to make a lot of big changes real quick, and it's kind of like now you're hitting a brick wall because the first things that you picked were good, and you know, like I want this and I want that, and I want 2 of those and 4 of those, and now you get into the things that you're getting kind of particular about, and you're having some misgivings, I want to say, but it's all about change and the transformation that you're going to make and that you're making to get on to the next chapter of your life. So with your money, you made some decisions. You weren't very sure. You threw a coin. You just were not sure of why you were doing this, but you did it anyway. And now you're dealing kind of with some of the backlash. So I don't know if some of you invested your money and you didn't get what you thought you were going to get back on return. If you bought a car maybe last year or first of this year, and now you're going, this stuff that costs a lot of money to take care of. Maybe you moved. And where you moved, you thought, you know, oh, this is a bomb. And now you're like, oh, hell no. What the hell was I thinking when I moved here? It's that kind of energy. And you're guessing. You're kind of almost second guessing yourself. And it's putting you in this, I need to find something else energy. That's exactly where it's putting you. It has stressed you to some greater or lesser extent because you feel like you made a bad decision and now it's just a burden. There's no joy in this whatsoever. For some reason, housing is coming back for a lot of you. You move somewhere and now you just got buyer's remorse. You're like, no, why? Why did I do this thing? At the end of all of that, you're trying to look at the situation, but it's emotional. And it feels like you made a decision, you know, based off of your emotions, and now it's kind of coming back and hitting you in the face. So the guidance there is to kind of step back and take a bigger look at what's really bothering you, because for some of you, it's not just the car, the place, the city, or whatever that you picked. It is the reason you picked it. And so with Mercury being retrograde, this is the kind of energy you run into when you made decisions maybe that were not in your best interest, or you didn't have enough information to make the decision. So now you're kind of just forced to sit there and look at the situation and go, what the fuck? And that's not a bad thing. Whenever the universe is nice enough to give us a chance, I know Mercury retrograde is a pain in the ass. I get it. But it also throws those things to light that need light, number one, shown on them, but to show you, number two, maybe where there could be some tweaking. So the best thing you can do at this point as far as investments and assets, that's your house, your car. It's not just money. House, car, wherever you're living. Those of you that own businesses, the shit that you do for your business, Gemini, all of that, those are investments in money and time. So whatever you did or decided to do, and you kind of feeling that buyer's remorse thing, take a step back. For others of you, it feels like just transactional money, where you've put your money. You don't like the bank or the institution that's dealing with your money now. Same thing. Take a step back. Think about, why did you make this decision to do whatever it is that I'm talking about? And then go from that point. And if you can reconcile why you made the decision and how you're feeling now and can move forward, do it. If not, let it go. For your relationship, which is really where you are in your head right now, with the Seven of Swords here, there's some competition. There is some definite competition, and competition is kind of fucking up your game plan, Gemini. And this is air energy, so okay, y'all are in your head. But what's kind of coming back, and some of this is in your head, Gemini. Some of this seriously is in the air in your head. This is you thinking, and you're overthinking, and you're over processing. So again, you got a couple different storylines. For the first group of you that are trying to make a decision about people, what person you want to go to the next level with. If you got 2 or 3 choices right now, it feels like you're doing some self-sabotage in your head, because you were just overthinking things that probably, in the scheme of things, really don't mean that much. So if you're worried about maybe the person you really want to be with, they don't have the kind of job that maybe the person behind door number 2 has, and you were just overthinking the whole thing about the job piece. And instead of having a conversation, you just kind of up here in your head killing your own blessing, basically. So you need to look at the reality of whatever situation, situationship, whatever it is. You need to look at it from the very real perspective of what is happening now. So if this is just using the same example, if the person you really, really like is going to school, they don't have a good job right now, what are they going to school for? So there's a couple different things. They're going to school for basket making, for flowers. Okay, think about the economy, and that's something that's going to be big and booming 10 years from now. Or are they going to school to be a rocket scientist? I mean, that is a stupid example, but you get what I'm saying. And so you just agonizing over, what the potential is down the future is not helping you now, because it's causing you a lot of emotional conflict and shit, and you just are overthinking every aspect. So again, probably want to pull it back. Look at what's going on right now, because you can tell a lot about somebody going to school. The person that is diligently doing homework and struggling, and you watching them fight through this. That's the one that's probably going to be doing big things at some point. On the other hand, the person that's missing classes and getting drunk on the weekends and doing a whole bunch of stupid crazy shit, that's probably the one you want to look at a little sideways and try to figure out how they're going to make it out of college, much less to be somewhere making some money because they went to college. I'm just saying. So kind of pull up out of your head a little bit, Gemini, and step back. Look at the situation as it is now. Look at the reality of what's going on. And look deeper. Don't just look at, you know, he work at the gas station. I ain't trying to talk. Does he own a gas station? Yeah, start asking questions, you know, especially if these are people you really don't know at that level or that well, and you just kind of surmising what you think is going on. For those of you that are in deeper relationships and maybe operating with more than one, it's the same thing. Look at the reality of the situation and what you have right now. You don't act like you don't want to see it, and you know you're projecting out and trying to see what the potential is. Look at what's going on right now. Look at what's going on right now, and in all of that, if you make the right choice, you'll be able to nurture. So let's go back to the person, and this is male or female, either way. Let's go back to the person that's trying to fight to stay in school and struggling and doing homework and kicking out term papers and, you know, doing online classes and doing all this shit. Nurture that, Gemini. Nurture that. Whichever you're choosing, that's the one you need to nurture. And if they're not where they plan on being 5 years from now, help them get there. You bringing something to the table too, Gemini. So help them get there. If they're trying to own a business, or if they're trying to do something that nobody in their family's done, help them get there, Gemini. Nurture that energy in them, and that in turn creates a bond in your relationship. Let's see what the universe has for guidance, Gemini, and I'm thinking 5 different things. I'm looking at the death card. That's transformation. When you can just see the reality of something for what it is, and then figure out how to nurture that situation, that's evolving to another level. And that, again, is your overall energy with the Princess of Wands and the Death card. I feel you seeking and searching and trying to get answers to your questions. I got that. But the other side of that is you're changing, Gemini. You are. You're changing. And you're trying to change to a better version of where you are now. But with the money issues, the investment issues you got going on, whatever that is, your asset issues as far as your finances, it's stressing you. So, again, good to take a time out, take a step back. Same thing with your relationship. Just take a step back and look at the reality of what's going on right now. So, suffering in silence, yeah. Positive movement forward. And partnerships and alliances. Whew. So, with the suffering in silence, up here with your money, that's what you're doing. And the universe is really kind of saying, you don't need to be sitting there suffering in silence by yourself. But, if you look, it's a 9 card. So you're completing whatever's going on there. You're completing that energy. So you're not going to be suffering in silence for long anyway, whether you want to or not. But just know you don't have to reach out to whomever you think you need to reach out to. If it really is about an investment, where you invested your money in something and you feel like you need some education, get it. If you are helping somebody start something and you need more information, get it. Whatever you have to do. Find the people you need to talk to, dig in, and find the resources that can help you. With the positive movement forward, eventually you're going to come out of that shit with your money. You are, and you will sail right on forward, but you're going to have to go through this seeker's energy, you know, and don't get lost out there at sea. I'm just saying, because you're busy trying to find the answers for something. Don't get lost. Stay on course. You're trying to follow the sun. I'm just saying, Gemini. You will have positive movement forward. This is money and romance. Do your best right now to get the questions answered that you want answered, get the information that you need on whatever level. You definitely have positive movement forward. With the partnerships and alliances, particularly with your money. Like I said, dig deep for some resources. Dig deep because they're there. And I think for those of you that are feeling like you know, bought something didn't like it, stressed out. There's some information there. And for those of you that just feel like you got robbed, you got something, you just got robbed, and you just trying to figure out why they even sold it to you. Dig a little deeper. Check out literally people you know, and let them know how you're feeling about whatever's going on, and they will be able to shed some light and some insight into your situation. I think right now you just are so much in your head, Gemini. You're not even thinking that anybody else might be encountering the same thing, particularly where your finances are concerned. And I know people are funny to be talking about their money, and I don't want to tell them. Not about that. It's about sharing a problem with someone who's had a similar problem before. You don't have to get into how much money you spent for anything or where you bought something, but how do I solve this problem? I don't like what I got it from here, and I think they dogged me. How do I negotiate that? I'm going to leave it there, Gemini. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a good weekend, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.